Arun's journey of starting EFI began 14 years ago when he quit his job at Google to follow his passion for the environment. Since then, EFI has revived 143 lakes and ponds all over the country and is currently working on 19 new projects. His work has received global recognition and he has been awarded the Rolex Awards for Enterprise, Dr. Jane Goodall's Global Youth Leadership Award, Google Alumni Impact Award, among others.
I used to be a small town suburban boy from Chennai whose world was his family and the 10-kilometer radius where I could travel. But I had very many interests. And because I was growing up in a suburban pocket in the 90s, where the city was still yet to expand to my neighborhood, I had greater interaction with nature, ranging from frogs, snakes, lots of dogs, birds. And my neighborhood was adorned with a lot of water bodies in and around, which meant that I took a natural calling, liking towards nature. Our culture, I'm not going to religion, but our cultural practice has always been that we've spoken about seasons, we've spoken about animals, we've spoken about nature at great lengths through stories, which meant that over the years, we never forgot how to live in harmony with nature. But of late, there's such a disconnect between us and the planet that there is so much exploitation, degradation of the natural ecology around us, and most of us don't care. We are not told of what wonderful planet we are and what a beautiful country we have with such natural heritage that we need to work to conserve it. That is where we at EFI put together very many environmental documentaries, and we titled them Hydrostan, Hindustan's Hydro Stories. India from Ladakh to Lakshadweep, Arunachal to Andamans, Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Gujarat to Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura has so many water stories to tell. A lake is a habitat, a lake is a source, a lake is important for sustainability in the neighborhood. And this needs to be, it's such a fragile system that it needs to be conserved properly through scientific means and logic. Humans and other lives coexist based on this water body, from removing garbage to removing the debris to desilting the lake to strengthening the embankment to protecting fencing being laid around to regulating the inflow and the outflow to creating G-shaped or C-shaped, O-shaped nesting islands as cavity islands for different life forms. There's a lot of science and logic which goes into conservation of a lake or a pond. Every volunteer walks in there by choice. It's not by force. And when they're walking in there by choice at 6 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday or a Sunday, when they could be easily sleeping in the comfort of home, it shows that there are so many people who care. And this is across age. Forget any social division. This is people of all kinds of religion, caste, creed, language, gender, nothing matters. But in the name of India's environment, when we come together that morning over the weekend at that beach, lake, pond, or in that forest patch, we know that there are so many like-minded individuals, and it gives such optimism. There is something as individual social responsibility. We need to understand just because we talk loud and walk straight, we're not the superior species. We share this planet with so many different lives. We have to be responsible about 3 W's. It's not the World Wide Web. It is waste, wildlife, and water. How much water are we using for what purpose? Where does our water come from? What kind of detergents am I using? Soaps am I using? Chemicals am I using? Am I sending out water in the same form as it comes into my house, or am I sending it out as a contaminated form? Second is wildlife. Wildlife is not just tiger, elephants, lions, which we find in the forest. A random bird outside your house in that tree is wildlife. So we need to care about every life form that we share the space with, from our light consumption to the noise that we make to the kind of every other item, from a chewing gum to by spitting a chewing gum on the road or on the mud, or by just randomly using detergents left, right, center. All of this has an impact on that wildlife. And then all of this leads to one last thing: the solid waste, the liquid waste that we generate on a given day. How much non degradable trash are we generating? Where are we dumping it? Where is that ending up? Environment conservation is not a choice, it's not a compulsion, it's common sense. And I'm sure we all can give it a thought. Each one of us are an environmentalist. We need to participate in planet conservation. We have to think about India's environment, our impact on it, and how we can be global change makers. What we do here in India, out of Pune, out of Hyderabad, out of Trichy, out of Trivandrum, out of Aizwal, out of Vadodara, it matters to the world over. Let's set a precedent. Culturally, we are known to be one of the most environmentally friendly, conscious civilization. And I think we should learn to civilize furthermore and show the world how India can lead the way in planet conservation. I thank all of you for patiently watching, and I request you to step out and volunteer for India and her environment. Jai Hind.